Ja, hi, ist Tom von DrumRhymes.de. Heute sitze ich hier mit einem Musiker, den, glaube ich, noch nicht so viele Leute in Deutschland kennen, aber ich begrüße ihn trotzdem. Hey Keenan, what's up, man? How you doing? How you doing? How was the first couple shows? How's everything?
Amazing. You know, a little tiring, a little, jumping around, but it's been good, man.
Where you been before?
Paris last night before that. No, last night Amsterdam, night before Paris, night before London, night before Morocco.
All right. How's playing in Africa? Is it common? Because like a lot of hip hop artists or like hip hop related artists don't go to Africa.
I'm African, so
I know that.
so I do. But Morocco, it was the first time I played in Africa after the new album, so it was a new experience for me. It was really amazing.
How was the crowd? Like, how are people treating you? Like being like an overseas big artist now.
Oh man. It was amazing, incredible. I can't explain. I have this song called TIA that's come out, and so it was amazing. It was intense to see like about 15,000 people jumping up and down to that song, because it's the first time I played that song there. Yeah. This is Africa, TIA. So yeah.
Sounds good. Probably there's not a lot of people, but who know about you here. And I heard about you, as I told you 2 years ago. And I heard your albums, and I did some research. And but what is there people can't read up on you? Is there anything you could tell the viewers out there
that they cannot
read up?
Read on me. I'm a genius.
But they figure that probably.
No, I'm messing around. I'm no Kanye. I'm not.
No gay fish.
Oh man, but he is a genius though. So it's like I don't know. I mean, I guess what I do is really sacred to me personally, and I'm one of those artists that's one of around the young people coming out and making music right now, but that is not taking himself to be the most important part of the music. To me, my most important part of the music is the sound, and that's what people, I think, should know.
All right, let's talk about your name first, because I read up it means traveler, and your parents gave you obviously the name, and but how did they know that you're such a traveler? Like, how did?
Yeah, they knew because
was it just
my mom was pregnant with me, and they were my father was about to go on a journey, and so they make those things, like they connect those things, and so it was my grandmother who named me, and she said. But what was amazing about it was they didn't. Of course, check whether I was a boy or a girl. They didn't even. I don't even think the technology existed in my country then, so they. My grandma said it's gonna be, and that's a Keenan is a boy's name, and so she said that's the traveler, while I was still in the belly.
It's crazy that fit perfectly to your lifestyle right now, and let's talk about your family, because you have a big background of musicians and poets in your family. Your aunt Mogul, is that pronounced right?
Mogul.
She's a famous singer, and your grandpa was a poet.
That's right.
How does it reflect on you, or how did you bring your family into your music? Do you just maybe thought about bringing it on a song or something?
Well, I can't. I mean, my auntie passed away some time ago, and my grandfather passed away while I was still there and young. But I guess they inspire me in a big way, in a major way, because my grandfather was really important as far as a poet goes. I mean, when he died, they lowered the flag of the country for 3 days.
Oh, all right.
So he was monumental to the people. And my auntie was considered the most famous singer of all time. So they inspire me because in a way, you come from those people who were larger than life, that, and to me, I don't want to do anything in my life that's mediocre or or mundane, or everything that excites me has to be something undone. something new, you know.
Right. You taught yourself a lot of things, which goes over music, language, probably, and a lot of other things. How does it impact you for yourself?
Like when you teach, when you go learn from some institution or something, which sometimes is good and people do it and it's nice and whatever. I didn't. I left when I was in grade 10. Taught myself, read a lot of books, and I'm still reading and learning and growing and traveling. I think when you take time for yourself to nurture yourself and teach yourself, it's more sacred what you learn, because you know how you struggled for it. But if someone else struggled to teach you something, you take it less serious, I think.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
Yeah.
Like back in school, getting
Yeah,
teach
because
some
it's like, oh, you know,
stuff
that
you don't
guy-
want to know.
Yeah, that guy has taught me that. You know, he struggled to teach you something, but it's him who struggled for it. But imagine you struggled to learn something for yourself. The relationship you have with what you learned is going to be different.
What's the last thing you struggled to learn?
I guess I'm struggling to learn a few things, probably musically.
Speaking of what?
Teaching myself how to play keyboards properly. I can play them now that, you know, in the album I play a little bit. You can hear some of my melodies in the album, guitar and so on. But I'm not a real player of the instruments, and I want to be a real player of them.
All right. So you had, like, on your album, production-wise, track and field, produced both albums. And how's that, like, why do you always go back to them? Because, like, why do you need producers, like, producing your album, not, like, just throwing in a live band and just recording it?
I might do that.
You might do that, all right. Because, like, I heard about, like, that you travel a lot with a band, and you always perform your songs with a band. That's, like, kind of seems kind of awkward to me.
Yeah.
Like, what's behind that? Like,
What's behind it is that when I work with producers, they're especially critical producers. They're the band. I'm a leader of the band. I'm not a leader of the producers.
Yeah, that's true.
The producers, when something is unclear, or a song is not going like the height or where it needs to go, a producer will tell you. A producer will say, I don't really feel it. But if it's all your creation, and you're the leader of all of it, it's hard to know really what. And I think maybe it's a matter of confidence. Maybe at this point now, I've reached a position where
you think you can do that.
I think I can maybe be so self-critical that I'll still produce good work if I did it completely on my own.
Yeah, I see.
I produced a few things on the album. Songs like Fatima, like TIA, and I produced those. So.